What's happening, my Jacked family? Coach Scott here, jackedafter40.com. Today's video, we're going to talk about why men over 40 should get lean and stay lean. More importantly, how to do it. We're talking about beach body lean. We're not talking about stage shredded lean right now. So just a good six-pack abs that you can feel confident and proud to show off when you're around the pool, at the beach, just mowing the lawn with your shirt off. Lately, I've been hearing from a whole lot of men over 40 who have spent the past year going through the typical bulking and cutting cycle, and most of them feel like they're just trading the same 20 pounds over and over again, where they go through a bulking phase, a muscle building phase where they gain 20 pounds, go through a cutting phase where they drop all the fat that they gained during that muscle building phase. Basically, they feel like they're at the exact same place. There's even one guy who mentioned that he feels like he feels worse after a year of going through that typical bulking and cutting cycle. If this is something that you can relate to, pound that thumbs up button and let me know down in a comment below. I, for one, can completely relate to these stories I've been hearing from my fellow men over 40. After I dropped 50 pounds 9 years ago, I went through 5 years of going through this typical bulking and cutting cycle. I go through a muscle building phase for 5 months, gaining just a pound per week. So a lot of the typical recommendations that you would hear out there. And at the end of the 20 weeks, I'd be 20 pounds heavier, go through a 12-week cutting phase, and at the end, I'm right back down to the exact same weight I was at the beginning of the muscle building phase, and just really feeling like I don't look all that different. What I find interesting about this bulking and cutting bodybuilding culture is that at the beginning of each cutting phase, I'd set my goal to drop that 20 pounds, and the reason for achieving that goal is that I wanted to feel confident and proud of my physique. I wanted to have that energy and vibrant feeling. I wanted to feel alive, and I didn't feel like that at the end of each muscle building phase. I wasn't confident in my own skin. I didn't like seeing that layer of fat covering up my abs. I didn't like seeing a little bit of love handles on the side there. Yeah, sure, with a shirt on, I looked bigger, fuller, but shirt off, I just didn't have my confidence at the end of that muscle building phase. And the interesting thing is that we get down, we achieve our fat loss goal, we're feeling confident, proud, alive, and then we're like, all right, time to eat. Let's get some fat on us again and start building more muscle. And we don't really enjoy the physique that we feel most confident and proud of. It doesn't make sense to me. And what else I find interesting is that if your overall goal is to continuously improve your physique and continue to add muscle to your body, with this bulking and cutting approach, you're basically spending 40% of your time dieting. So you're in a state of deprivation where you don't have your full energy to give to your workouts. You're not performing your best. You're not feeling your best. You're turning down foods that you enjoy. If you're at social gatherings, you're not experiencing life to the fullest. You're in a state of deprivation a good chunk of the time. To me, that just is counterintuitive to the overall goal of adding muscle and living your best life. Now compare that to the past 3.5 years where I have hardly spent any time at all in a calorie deficit. Basically, at the end of my last cutting phase, the last time I ever had to drop 20 pounds, I maintained that physique for 3 months. So went up to maintenance level calories, sat there, enjoyed my physique, and then I slowly started bumping up my calories, a gentle surplus where I gained 1 pound per month, not 1 pound per week, just 1 pound per month for 6 months, and then held that for 3 months at maintenance mode. Then I only had to go through a 4-week mini cut to drop any of the excess fat that I gained and then repeat that process. So if you look at that, over the course of 13 months, 12 months were spent at least at maintenance and other times above maintenance, and then only 1 week in a caloric deficit. I've repeated that process for the past 3.5 years. I have never looked better. I have never felt better. I have never received more compliments in my life, never received more comments from people telling me today how jacked I look, like every picture, every video. I mean, I am looking the best I ever have, and I really attribute it to hardly spending any time in a caloric deficit. I have my full energy all of the time. My performance in the gym is always spot on, giving my very best effort. I am out living life to the fullest. I'm not afraid to turn down treats or desserts when I'm at a social gathering, have a beer with friends. I can live my life, enjoy my life to the fullest while being proud and confident of my physique the entire time. I find a lot of us men over 40 have a 5 to 10 pound sweet spot where we look and feel our best. So when you start a muscle building phase, give yourself a good year to gain that weight. You don't have to rush through through it and try to gain 10 pounds in 3 months or 4 months and then have to get through a cutting phase once again. It's a slow and steady process. As men over 40, we're not gonna pack on tons of muscle like we did when we were a teenager or in our 20s. It's a much slower process, so embrace that slow process with minimal fat gain along the way. So at the end of your cutting phase, embrace a maintenance phase for a few months and then go through 6 months of gaining a little bit of fat. So bumping up your calories a bit and then hold that weight again. Don't rush right into a cutting phase, and that's the beauty of it. If you end your muscle building phase at a point where you're still happy and confident with your physique, you're not in a rush to enter into a cutting phase right now. You can still hold that physique for 3 months, eat at maintenance level calories, really allow your body to establish its new set point, really solidify those muscle gains before going through a 4-week mini cut. So your first goal is to get down to that lower end of your sweet spot so you have 5 to 10 pounds of fat that you can gain while still being confident and proud of your physique. That's gonna be achieved through a consistent caloric deficit while consuming foods that you enjoy and working with your own natural eating tendencies. Once you're at the lower end of your sweet spot, you can then bump your calories up to maintenance level calories. I have a calorie calculator on my website that you enter in your age, height, weight, along with your activity factor, and that will give you a good starting point to kind of gauge where your maintenance level calories are. Of course, you're gonna pay attention to the feedback that your body provides you with, so you should be holding your weight pretty steady. I recommend you do that for a good 3 months. Enjoy that level of leanness, really soak in the feelings of pride and confidence and enjoy that feeling of satisfaction. You're eating enough fuel to support your active lifestyle. You're performing great in the gym. You're just living life to the fullest while being lean, confident, and proud. After 3 months of that, you're going to slowly bump up those calories. I'd add 100, maybe 200 calories per day, and you're looking at gaining about a pound a month, maybe a little bit more if you're a heavier bro, around 200 pounds. You can maybe bump it up to 1.5 pounds a month. But for a smaller bro like myself, I find 1 pound a month works out great. And you're gonna do that for a good 6 months. And after that 6 months, you're going to get right back to maintenance. Again, solidify those muscle gains, really establish that new set point, and really basically throughout this entire process, you're gonna be consuming the exact same foods. I eat exactly the same, whether I'm cutting, maintaining, or building. All my meals are the same. All my foods that I consume are the same. I enjoy all of the same treats. It's just the portion sizes that change. That's what makes this a sustainable lifestyle. It's what makes it so easy to stick with this for the long term. And speaking of consistency and keeping things the same, my entire lifestyle remains the same, whether I am cutting, maintaining, or building. I still get out for those 1 to 2 walks per day with my dog because I enjoy it. It's what I want to do. I don't punish myself with extra cardio when I am trying to burn more fat. I keep it in there because I recognize the benefits of getting out for those daily walks each and every day in regards to stress management, in regards to overall well-being, mental well-being, heart health, getting blood circulation. So it's going to improve the nutrient delivery to my working muscles. It's going to help remove waste products from my working muscles. So there's so many benefits to keeping the walking into my daily routine when I'm in maintenance mode and trying to build muscle. My sleep remains the same. Same sleep schedule. Sleep and wake schedule is crucial for us men over 40, whether we're trying to lose fat, maintain our physiques, or build muscle. You've got to get at least 7 to 9 hours of quality sleep. It's going to promote healthy testosterone levels. It's going to allow your muscles to repair, recover, build, and grow. There's just so, again, just it's a stress relief in itself. It allows your body while you're sleeping to remove some of those stresses from your body. So sleep and stress management are crucially important in all stages of the game. So overall lifestyle, I just try to be busy and active as I can, living my life to the fullest in all of those stages. And my workouts remain relatively the same unless I'm going through a 12-week cutting phase. That last month during a cutting phase when your energy resources have been depleted, that's usually a stage where I will go a little lighter in weight, a little higher in reps. I just find it safer at that stage of the game, makes you less prone to injuries. And just, again, it's working with it's working with your body rather than fighting against it. So if I was to try to continue pressing heavy weight and hitting lower rep ranges at the end of a longer cutting phase, I'd just be beating myself into the ground. I prefer to walk out of the gym feeling victorious every time. So that's the only time when I kind of modify my workout plan to suit the phase, whether I'm cutting, building, or maintaining. But other than that, I mean, when I'm starting a cutting phase, if I know it's going to be a 12-week cutting phase, I still train the way I normally do, because you still have all your body, lots of body resources to pull from at that point. You're still going to have your strength and energy for that first little bit. So it's not usually until the end of that. But if I'm just doing a 4-week mini cut, I'm gonna train just the way I normally do. There's no secret workout plan that's gonna help me burn fat any faster. I just continue the way to train like I normally do throughout the year, just periodizing my training as I'm going along, using some various different splits throughout the way to keep things fun, exciting, and challenging. So everything that we do in the Jacked After 40 Club on a consistent basis, I do all year round, no matter whether I'm cutting, building, or maintaining. And that's my case for getting lean after 40 and staying lean after 40. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please hit that thumbs up button. I'd really appreciate it. If you want to see more videos like this, be sure to subscribe to the channel and hit that alert button so you're notified each time I upload a video. If you know a fellow bro who would benefit from watching this video, do him a favor and share it with them. But more than anything, I want to hear from you down in the comment section below. Did this message resonate with you? Have you gone through the typical bulking and cutting approaches in the past, and have you gotten to a point where you're done with all that? You realize that you've been trading the same 20 pounds over and over again, and you'd rather enjoy your physique and really embrace that slow and steady process. It's been so great to hear from several men over 40 who have now embraced this lifestyle, this get lean, stay lean lifestyle, and the slow and steady gains. And man, it's been a life changer to myself as well as these guys, so it's great to see them appreciate it as well. Before you go, don't forget to download your free guide, Jacked After 40. Hope you have yourself an absolutely amazing day. Catch you in the next video.